It's good. Right?
No, banana's my favorite.
It's good.
You want me to make you one?
It literally tastes like a Laffy
You might need to make
Taffy.
me one. Yeah, it's good. I
But she
taste the
has to
vodka.
drive, so.
And you know I'm a cheap date. It's gonna take one and done, and I'll be on that couch right there.
Fix it, Jesus.
And I'll be like, for real, we were supposed to go out.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
I call this an Uber.
To go out. Yeah, you're like, you ain't got to drive. Nothing.
I'll just leave it here. You don't mind.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, yeah, before we get started, did y'all park in a V?
Yes.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, I noticed the numbers. I'm like, oh, shit, I'll park there.
Okay.
Because I will not be held responsible if your shit get towed. Don't come trying to
Using my head.
Shit,
bring
blame
that
it
shit to
on
me.
us. Blame it straight on you.
The fuck? I'm being like, I'll
No.
live. I'm being like, I'll live here.
Wow.
1,000% because you're the one who invited me here, who gave me the address with no directions. That would have been on you.
That's true. It was just an address.
You're on
Normally, you're like, go in this way and then turn this way. Make sure you park in this section. I'm just saying.
There is Google Maps. B, you're an
Google
adult.
Maps don't tell you where to park.
Yeah.
What if there's
You're an adult.
specific parking
Exactly.
regulations?
And I can read.
I trusted her intellect. There you go. See?
And I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, though, if I would have got towed, it would have been your fault.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. You see, I tried to catch it just in case. I couldn't say anything. I just waited for the festivities.
Just see what happens.
Yes. Have a what's my call it name? Dude, where's my car moment? Yeah. I would have been all for
You
it.
just like
I
to
know
poke the
you
bear.
would've.
That's all you like to do is poke the bear.
It's so much fun.
It can be.
It is.
It can be.
Like,
I
to
don't
you
lie.
only.
Well, that's the thing, though. Y'all don't do boredom. We don't do boredom. So, therefore, it's fun just to boop, 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 boop. If you,
But
Only for the person who's poking.
I will give you this, Starlight. You have been blessed with the word of gab. Like, you don't know when to shut the fuck up. So it gets annoying because you're like, just shut up. You know? You need to, like, no one has trained you yet, and you need to be trained.
You
That's
heard
the
this
problem.
shit?
That's the problem.
You heard
Yeah.
Y'all need to be trained. And that's the
Oh,
problem, Heather.
shit.
You are used to having your way. You're used to
Happy
having
wife, happy
you.
life. That's what I'm
No,
gonna say.
you are accustomed to getting the last word. You are not used to somebody matching you tit for tat, and you get frustrated by it.
But you don't do tit for tat. You go tit, 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 ass, crack, leg, toes. You just
Who
keep
fault is
going.
that? Who fault is
You
that?
don't know when to stop.
Hey, we're men. We love titties.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
Tit, 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 tit. I mean,
and y'all know
Lined
this.
up in a row.
I don't know
know.
why y'all don't know
I
that.
know, but most
If-
smart men know when to back down. You
I
haven't
don't.
gotten that.
I've
cue.
never met a man who knows when to back down.
Oh, girl, you haven't trained them either.
Well, I.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You date women, but you know,
good luck training. That's gonna be a cold.
you just haven't met the right one.
It sounded
wait
good.
till you meet the
It
right
sounded very good.
Just wait. I'm telling
It
you.
sounded so
Your
awesome.
whole life is gonna change. When
Hers
you meet the
will
right
too.
one,
When she
you have
understands
kids,
that this
you're
shit
living
ain't gonna
happily ever
fly.
after.
She will figure it out as well.
Oh, what's the longest relationship you've been in?
Damn, I heard all that go down your esophagus. Shit.
Sorry. It's really good. I just.
I forgot. These fucking headphones and these mics pick up everything. 3 years.
And you learned how to compromise, right? You learned how to
Part of every relationship.
quote unquote get trained.
I don't.
You didn't soften
believe
your
that's
ways?
Hell no.
No?
No.
I think training is the wrong word because it sounds like total
We no
like
fucking
being
dog.
a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
what
that's
word
not.
would you
It's
use?
about meeting in the
You
middle.
hit the nail right on the
It's
head.
So then are you
Compromise.
trained?
I think that
Okay.
No.
That's all I need to know. That's all I needed to know.
I wouldn't say that I've been trained, but I have a very
Domesticated.
aggressive personality. So the person I was with for 13 years was a submissive personality. So it was easy to overtake.
So what you're trying to say is that you the only one that got to be aggressive in the relationship.
No, not at all. But you just need to know when to back down. You just haven't learned how to back down. I know when to stop. I know when to shut
Do
my
you?
mouth. I do.
When?
All the
I
time.
can't-
I can't give you an example because I don't have anything that comes to mind. But I do. I'm a professional.
Like I say, I asked the question again. What is your favorite dessert?
What is my favorite dessert?
Yes.
You didn't ask me that question.
Well, I'm asking you now. What is your favorite dessert?
Okay, are we talking because there's
Dessert,
snacks and
dessert.
then there's
God,
desserts?
it's
Dessert.
dessert, not a
So
snack.
Right.
dessert.
We're not
no.
talking about some pretzels.
No. I say that.
Cosmic
because-
brownies.
It's not that
No,
hard.
because my favorite dessert is a vanilla bean cheesecake with white chocolate. But my favorite snack is a chocolate dip apple or banana.
Okay.
We are talking about a dessert.
That
You
can
have
be
had-
considered dessert.
You have had dinner. What are you eating after dinner? What
A
do you
vanilla
like to eat?
bean
There we go.
cheesecake
There we
with
go.
Ask
white
her.
chocolate.
Could you eat vanilla bean cheesecake every day for the rest of your life? Breakfast, lunch,
No.
dinner. Why not?
Too sweet.
No, that's too much.
That's
My stomach
too.
would be hurting.
Even cheesecake on its own is too rich to have.
Same way that if you got a domesticated man or a domesticated girlfriend.
This is
Your
your
ass, he be
freaking-
too
Are
sweet.
you kidding
You
me?
said it. No, it make my stomach hurt. He would get on your last damn nerves because he will bolo over. You want to argue. You want some steak. You want some ribs. You want something that's going to hold you. That is where we come in at.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. I'm glad that you try to put that into a metaphor.
I really thought we were talking about dessert. I was
Exactly.
like, is he going to ask me?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Welcome Back to the Podcast. 'Cause here we are, 6 minutes in. We ain't even introduced the shit yet. As always, it's your boy, the bad guy, P Mac.
It's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man.
Episode 23.
23 like MJ. Like Michael Jordan.
When was I on the first time?
12.
No.
Goddamn.
It was like 6.
It was
third?
12.
It was
I
12?
watched it last night.
She knows.
It was 12.
Okay.
She is on top of it. And we are here with our lovely guests. By all means, please introduce yourselves.
All right.
Well, Heather's been here before.
I've been here, so this ain't nothing new.
I'm like an
Everybody knows
extra
me
special
already.
guest.
Extra special.
Extra special. And I'm
Okay.
Hayley.
There you go. And who is this over here? What's
I
your
already
name?
said my damn name. Everybody knows who I am.
Damn, you get out like
Heather
that?
Nicole.
Heather, no.
She said everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Okay, cheers. Everybody
When we
knows
find out you
your
Tupac, I get around.
Right.
No, not at all. Not at all.
They say he was friendly.
No. Being nice to somebody is another thing, but keeping my vagina wraps is a whole other level. Ain't nobody getting this coochie.
Mm,
All right, then.
okay, when you put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. I'm just saying what you said. That's it.
Are you?
That was taken out of context.
Yeah, I think you're twisting my words.
All right. You just said that you're friendly. You take it out.
Since when does friendly equal easy?
I said that I was friendly when I saw you because I was like, "Hey, Starling." That didn't say anything about
But
me.
what did
It
you
was my
say?
damn legs to you.
I didn't say that you was. All we just said was.
You just
that,
said.
What did I say?
You
was-
just said that I was. Are you friendly? Meaning I get around.
What? I'll
This
just
is
ask.
Tupac. I get around and you're friendly.
What? I'll just ask. Okay.
Hey, I'm the
Friendly.
bad guy for a reason. I'm getting jokes off. You take it how you want.
You didn't notice that?
At all.
How did you not notice I moved this big
I
ass
saw it happen.
Right behind your situational awareness sucks. We cannot be stuck in a damn horror
You
movie
ain't fucking
at
lying.
all.
We
Period.
are gone.
Him be
Shit.
right behind you.
No.
Mhm.
I would not be that white person that walks into that damn room. I'd be like, nah, motherfucker, you better run, otherwise I'm leaving your bitch ass. I'm not
Just
doing
like
it. Yes. You would leave me
I
just
believe.
as quick as I would leave you.
I would never.
You
I would make
would.
sure you were safe and
You
sound.
are lying.
What? I gotta make sure I trip you. That way you get caught. Can't have you get caught too early. No. Plus, look, the odds are not in my favor. I'm black.
They're
All
not.
right.
They
So that
are
means
not.
I gotta use any means necessary to
We
win.
die before you even know what the title of the movie's
Bro,
called.
they don't
Like the
even-
opening credits.
Yes, we are dead and gone. Don't even make it. Period.
Well, I'm not the jackass that's walking to the room when I hear a noise. That ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
Sound real good.
That ain't me.
Almost believable.
Well, you don't know me if that's the case.
Miss Aggressive.
I
Oh
am.
man.
Mhm.
Speaking of movies, I have to offer my deepest apologies to Queen Sade.
Okay.
I went to the movies to see Widows,
All right.
and I watched it again recently.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that she recorded a new song for the soundtrack.
Really?
It comes on in the very end. And you know I'm usually on top of my music. The song's fucking amazing.
Okay.
I have to offer my deepest apologies to the queen.
Did you like the movie?
That was a great movie.
I didn't really like it.
Then again, this coming from somebody who didn't like Us either.
I didn't know.
So what didn't you like about it?
I don't know. I guess because, you know, when you order a sweet tea or something and you go take a sip of it and it's Dr. Pepper and you're like, oh, fuck. And you didn't realize you had it in your mind it was going to be one way, but then you drink something else.
Mm-hmm.
I pictured the movie completely different than what it was.
What did you picture it as?
A horror movie.
In a sense, it was a horror movie.
It was not.
What defines a horror movie?
It made you had to think about what the hell was going on.
You was going to see a Jordan Peele movie. Did you think he was going to fucking make a Sesame Street
Go
movie?
hold your hand.
No, but I thought it was just going to be more of like suspenseful, more of a true horror.
I will say it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, halfway through the movie, we saw everything in the trailer. I was like, okay, so there's definitely something else going on here.
Yeah.
But I liked it, though.
I wasn't expecting the twist though.
Hold on.
I'm sure nobody did.
I'm like, what's behind me?
Oh, now she jumping.
See, the same person would have just ran. If they felt something, they would
Right.
have just ran. She was like, okay,
Curious?
what is
Y'all
this
didn't
behind me?
move. So therefore, I didn't have a sense to have to haul ass. You just looked.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So what did you like about Widows?
I don't know. I just thought it was B-rated. It was a Netflix movie to me.
Oh,
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like the best movie
So
that
what's-
I've seen.
What was the last best movie you seen? What was like?
Endgame.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen any Avengers
No.
movie? Okay, well
Me
then
neither.
you don't even fit in the equation
I don't watch movies,
at all.
so I don't know like what you guys are talking about at all.
What do you enjoy?
Netflix.
Okay.
Shows.
Series.
Because I don't have the attention span. But if you're I could binge watch a show for 6 hours, but the whole plot line happens within an hour.
Okay.
So you only have to have an attention span for an hour. But the movie, like, it takes like an hour and a half just to get to the most exciting part. And by that time, I'm like, bye.
Tapped out.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm moving on. I'm folding
She
laundry
likes
now.
creepy ass podcasts, like murder and shit.
That's awesome.
I do. I listen to a
Nice,
true
yeah.
crime
Yeah,
podcast.
she-
Yes.
The creepier, the better.
That is amazing.
But then I go out like to walk my dog at night, and I'm like walking. I'm like,
No, she's at my mom's house. And
the
she's
serial
like,
killer out
when
here.
my mom was in the country, and she's like, I think I need an escort. Like, I don't feel safe. I'm like, girl, there ain't nothing around here. You got a damn cow.
It's
like,
a dirt road. That is where all the serial killers are.
See?
Why would you wouldn't go to the middle of the city? Well, maybe you would. But you'd also go down a dirt road. There's a cemetery like
Oh,
a minute
wow.
away. I mean, come on.
If I gotta walk my dog,
I
it's
love
gonna
it,
be
but it's
in-
scary.
I can't, and I just.
And I'm like, my sister is a detective for Robinson. There's police that ride by my mom's house 24/7. I'm like, girl, you have to be scared about. Just because you're out in the country?
Just saying, ample opportunity.
See.
But yet she keeps on coming.
So that doesn't change.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of videos, how do y'all feel about videotaping or making sex tapes with somebody that you're with?
Totally down.
Totally down.
Totally
Yeah.
down.
No problems whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Because most people be apprehensive about that. They feel, no, I can't do that. I'm scared.
The only disclosure I would have is I would want to watch it first
Okay.
to critique myself. So I'm like,
Wow.
ooh, let me explore this
She's like making notes,
Let me
got
make
like a
sure
notebook
I
out.
do that this time.
Okay,
Let me
wait.
try to do something different this time.
See, because I've met women that don't want to watch it. They're like, no.
Right.
I'm like, you do what you do, but I do not want to see myself fucking all this. They just do not want to watch it at all.
Period.
I feel like
So-
if I watched it, then I would be so unhappy with how I looked that it would ruin it. So I wouldn't want to watch it.
Really?
Just to be able to enjoy the experience of it.
I am a
Gotcha.
control freak, and as you know, I'm very anal. So I would watch myself just like when you play football and you watch whatever the reels are called.
the highlights.
Yeah, that would be me. I'm like, okay, with my notebook, okay, he liked that. I saw that face. Let me write that down. Let me change that up. That's just how it goes.
No,
Find
you
out next
wouldn't.
time she gonna be like, oh, next time I'm putting my leg up right there.
Yeah,
Right
right
there.
there. I
Oh
sure
my
would.
goodness
I sure
gracious!
would.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though. The
Nah.
fact that you're willing to critique and look at it for more than what it is. It's like I say, a lot of women are apprehensive about that. What if it gets out? What if we break up? What da 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 da? So that is something that they're afraid to do. So the fact that y'all are down.
But I think that, I mean, anything can happen. He can record you without you even knowing. So if he was that type of person
That's a
to
creep.
blast
For
it,
real.
I mean, someone that's gonna blast it like that is gonna be someone that does shady ass shit. And to me, that's something that would be shady. Someone that you love, been involved with, you have a relationship with,
Right.
you know, for a long time, you know, that you trust, they trust you. I don't feel like it's gonna do something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
Because then I'll be like, yeah, when you're in your next relationship, I know you still watch that video.
And how would that make you feel if he did say that? If, say, for instance, he moved on, hooked up, or she hooked up with somebody else, and was like, I still got that video.
I would
still
just
look at
say,
it.
then you should have fucked up.
yeah.
the first
I'd be like, yeah, I know you do.
To make it where I know you do. So
how long do you have to be with a guy before you would feel comfortable
That is
recording?
I think
Or a lady.
it's gonna. I think it would change depending on who you meet, because you find different people that you have instant connections with, somebody that you just mesh well and it works. So I think that you would kind of just take it by stride, but some take time to grow, some don't. So I wouldn't be doing it with every person that I met or hooked up with, but someone that I felt like that was in it for the long haul, then I wouldn't be opposed to
Right on.
doing it.
So if you would have done,
Maybe not like a weekend, but you know.
So
It
let's-
depends on the person, though. Like, sometimes you trust each other, like, almost immediately, and sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah.
So let's say you're dating a guy. This is your first time. Y'all about to have sex.
No.
Let me finish.
Didn't even let
No.
the words out.
I want to know what you would think of him in this situation. It's
Okay.
your first time about to have sex.
Okay.
He walks you into his room, and there's just cameras everywhere, like 4 or 5 cameras set up
Different
in
angles.
his room.
I'm walking
He's a
right
photographer.
back-
Yeah.
I'm walking right back out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Because you know, your first time with somebody, no matter how much of a connection and stuff that you have, you don't know each other like that intimately. So sometimes your first time is kind of a little awkward, or you don't know what he likes, he doesn't know what you
Yeah,
like.
that'd be a whack ass tape. Be
Right.
fumbling
You know,
around.
Yeah.
so I would
Like bump heads.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that I'd be like, all right, homie, I'm out. Because then that would give me the impression that that's what he does on a regular basis, and I'm not down with that.
That would be my thing. Like, the assumption that everything's already set up before you even get in the bedroom. Like, you're just assuming that I'm down for this when it's not even something that we've talked about. Like, we haven't known each other that long, whatever.
Motherfucker probably selling that shit to an amateur
Yeah.
website.
Yeah.
Everything.
And if you get paid off my shit, motherfucker, we going half.
Then now, you sure you ain't got one floating around? Because you remember you was talking about you getting all the friend requests off of Facebook.
Therefore,
And that's
somebody
I
seen
still
something.
get him. I still
Somebody
get,
seen something.
I,
Damn, that girl look
I
familiar.
still
Let me
get
go
at
ahead and add
least-
her.
At least 30 a day. At
Are
least
you
30 a day.
serious?
Mhm.
Your ass is out there somewhere in a world wide web.
It's like if I accept one person, it's like everybody in their friends list is now like piranhas.
What they call it, suggestive people that you may
Yeah.
know or whatever. Pop
So I
up.
get at least 30 a day, and half of them, more than half, I deny. It really pisses me off when they're in a relationship or they're married. I'm like, to me, it's so disrespectful because I'm like, you don't know me. We didn't go to school together. We don't have. I don't know you from, the corner, whatever. And you're adding me, and you're married or you're in a relationship. Like, how do you think that your person that you're in a relationship with would feel by you adding me?
They might be alright with it. There's some freaks out here.
But I'm not okay with that. I was in the relationship for 13 years with someone who cheated on me, and that. So I have an issue with that, especially if they're in my inbox, because then I have to turn bitch mode when they're in my inbox.
Which you look forward to.
I do.
I know you do.
I like HK.
Okay.
HK.
Oh, that's your altar?
That's my altar. You don't want me to go HK?
Would y'all get involved with swingers?
No.
Yeah.
I know she would.
Hey.
I know she would.
I have.
Yeah.
Have you
I
before?
know you have.
What?
Have I before? No. No, but I would. My ex wasn't, like, into that. But I don't know. Life is short. Like, it's all about...
True.
If you trust someone, like if I was with someone that I trusted and they wanted to experience something different, I don't really see the issue with... but you have to communicate.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people don't, like... communicate about like feelings of jealousy or whatever else is going on, I think that would be an important part of it. So I guess it would still depend on the person if they had shitty communication or not. But as long as all the talking about it was there, I think it would be fine.
I would look at it as the same as having a threesome. To me,
So
first
you
off,
wouldn't do a threesome?
no, fuck no. I'm too much of a jealous person. So to sit there and watch my man with somebody else, I couldn't do. But to me, when you open that door to allow someone to come into your relationship, automatically, whether or not you're down with it, is going to put some insecurities there. Mm-hmm. No matter how you feel or what you say, it's going to put insecurities there. And then I would be thinking, like, what if he likes her better? Or, like, what if this starts to become a routine? Or what if I catch them in the damn street together? And then he looks at it as, well, it's okay because she's been in the bedroom with us.
Right.
And so to me, that causes too many problems. When you're with somebody, especially for the long haul, and you want to, like, get married and have kids, I don't want to have any of that on our foundation, because to me that breaks your foundation.
So what happens if you feel like he want to see you with another man?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't do a threesome, period, because I wouldn't want to put doubts on anybody's mind. And I feel like if we have the right chemistry and we're together, I'm going to be plenty satisfied with just your dick. I don't need another dick.
Gotcha.
Because I've seen situations where couples will compromise. You don't cheat on me, I don't cheat on you, but we'll invite somebody else in time to time to.
That would.
So
I think that's not the right motivation, though. If you're having to compromise on cheating, then should you really be together in the first place?
Very true.
Makes sense.
I just, if it was a casual thing,
right?
Like I wouldn't casually do it either. But I could see somebody who's in a casual relationship, maybe. Mm-hmm. But for me, I don't date just to date.
Okay.
Like if I'm gonna be with somebody, like this is because I see potential in you, and we're gonna go somewhere else with it. I couldn't do that. I don't, a foundation, communication, trust, all that is very important to me, and to me that breaks it.
Okay.
That's how I am. If I was in a relationship, I'm not doing a threesome.
Yeah. No,
if we're just fucking, then fine. But
yeah, exactly.
Relationship, no. But it'd have to be two women, though. I work alone. Yeah. So.
And I mean, there's too many, like, you don't, and especially because it would have to be someone that you brought in that you didn't really know. Because if it was someone that you knew, so then I'm like, what if this bitch got an STD? Like, I don't know this fool. Like, wait, no. So I couldn't. I just couldn't.
And then, I mean, one thing that I've learned is that when it comes down to a threesome, it can't be the guy that's driving. It has to be the woman that is driving. And the moment you think you look like you're driving, she's gonna get pissed the fuck off.
Oh yeah, she angry and dissatisfied.
Yeah,
she's not gonna play that role.
It would have to be because the woman wants to be with the woman, not because the man wants to be with the woman.
Right.
So.
Now we're gonna bring up a topic that was brought up last week. That's coming with the CC alert.
Oh yeah,
CC
alert. I need to hear about this.
So what is the CC alert?
Hey, this is Melvin.
He's still a fucking creep.
Melvin needs all the help he can get.
All of it.
So say for instance y'all are in a relationship, married or long-term relationship. How would you feel? Okay, first of all, before we go there, what are your thoughts on foreplay?
I like foreplay.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mandatory.
Yep. That is an absolutely fantastic way of putting it.
Otherwise, unless we're like out the door and we're about to go to work and we gotta hit it and quit it, do a quickie.
Right.
But other than that,
no, we're not talking about quickies. We're talking about that
intimacy,
that romancing. Y'all done,
it has to happen.
Y'all
it has to happen.
Dinner, had a little date night. You know what's about to happen when you get back to the house.
Right.
All that. Not no quickie.
No quickie.
Okay.
So I'm gonna backdoor that with this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your sex drive? Your
10.
Sex level?
10 is a lot.
Yes.
10.
10.
The most.
The most.
Yeah.
So that means you are ready to go. How can I put it? When you're with someone to the point where you're like, you know what? Let's go. Let's do this.
I'm not even gonna put my business out there, but I'm always ready.
Okay.
How spontaneous are you? I'm just curious.
I'm pretty down for whatever.
If it's with the right person.
Yeah, I'm pretty down for whatever.
Yeah.
I don't really. The only thing that I have that would be a fuck no is a threesome. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting my finger in your ass. I'm not doing that.
I can't.
I
can't.
I'm not.
Where the fuck are these dudes coming from, Paul?
These fucking Tinder dicks. I don't know. Hey, you remember we knew one. What was his name?
Was it Dave?
Dave.
Oh, Oh,
I think that was his name.
Fucking white
I
guy.
can't believe we
Was
just
it a
name
white
dropped.
guy?
Of
Fuck it.
course.
Of course it was white.
Of course.
No, I can't do that. And I am on the fence about the tossing the salad thing.
What
So,
the
like,
fuck? Well, hold on.
I'm
What is
like-
on the top?
But
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna do
What-
it to you.
you-
But some guys are into that, and I just feel like I shit out that hole, so I don't really know why you want to lick it.
So then why are you on the fence about it? Then? You would think you would be just on the
But
hell
as
no.
far as me doing it, but if he was really like, I really like
No.
it, I
No.
might.
No.
I'm just saying,
No,
Fuck,
no.
You gonna walk in the
And do
damn
ne-
bedroom,
and
his
never-
legs gonna be all the way up in a damn
not me to him to me.
Oh, I'm
Not
Hell
not.
no, I'm
me
not
to
doing
him.
that either.
Oh,
No,
dear
I'm not
man.
sticking my
Jesus.
face anywhere near
Hell
your
no,
damn
because
hole.
y'all wouldn't talk. Y'all ain't about to be
my
at dinner
God.
laughing, giggling, pushing my drink to the side because I got the shit because y'all done talked about the shit. No, fuck that. Y'all talk too much.
No.
Because y'all gonna go to work the next day. Girl, guess what he did?
Mhm.
He bit me up. I'm thinking about we about to do it doggy style. He stuck his tongue in my ass. Shit.
Some guys are
Don't
into
play.
it, and I know black guys that
I
are
don't
into
know.
it. It's not just a white thing.
Not this
I
guy.
can't.
I need to
I
give me a
can't.
shirt that say not this guy.
Okay, so finish.
So we established that foreplay is highly important.
Right.
Sex drive is high, which means if you have a high sex drive, foreplay is going to be a part of it more likely.
Right.
How would you feel if the person that you're with does not believe in A, kissing, B, sucking on titties? At all, period. Just totally
Ever?
ignore.
Ever.
Been together for about
Ever.
the past 3 to 4 years. Just
Married.
totally married.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
Grab
Is
pearls.
Is this like that one? Who was it? DJ Khaled or whatever, who said he doesn't eat his wife out.
No, this is a real life person
That
I
was
went to
DJ.
school with.
Oh, I can't remember. It was
No,
somebody
it was,
that he was.
yeah, he was like, I don't eat pussy.
And I was like, no. First of all, I was thinking that you were going to go into, if I met a guy who was kind of opposed and he wasn't trainable, I would have been out.
Mm-hmm. But we're talking about a real life
No,
individual
no,
marriage,
it wouldn't work.
relationship.
We wouldn't be getting married because
Hey.
they're recording.
It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. We wouldn't be married.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have even, the first time we had sex would have been the last time we had sex.
But what happened if it was something that, say, for instance, it was gradual? Like saying
How
it
does
started out, then all of a sudden,
how do you
Stop.
start kissing and then
Stop.
stay in a relationship
Don't
and
ask
just
me.
stop kiss? I don't
We need to phone a
understand.
friend.
But
Right.
does something transpire?
no, just
We need
No,
to call
just-
Cece and tell her to put him on the phone. Shit.
she's like, no, it is. He doesn't. She feels like, because like I say, she's absolutely beautiful. She likes to kiss. She likes having her titties sucked, rubbed on. But absolutely, every time they have sex, none of that takes place.
How long have they been together?
They've been knowing each other for some years. Only been together, married less than 2 years.
Because, I mean, it's going to depend on the situation. I know for me, my ex, towards the end, when it was getting bad, the sex was different. Like, we weren't intimate like we used to. It was more of like, we're not going to, let's just get this over with type of thing. So, but there was other factors that were
Right.
going on. So, in that case, there might be other factors that maybe she doesn't know about or he's not communicating that he feels like,
I'll tell you my theory. He out sucking dick somewhere.
That's what I was
mean,
gonna say.
that-
I was like, are we
that's
sure
what we
this
talked
person
about.
is meant to be with the person?
He getting his salad tossed.
Something is not right at all. Period.
maybe.
And like that's, as someone who sleeps with women, that's part of the experience. Like that's something I get excited to do, not
Right.
only to have done to me. So I don't understand that.
You get your rocks off of pleasing somebody else.
Yeah.
Seeing them, getting them riled up in the
But
mood.
it's-
It is
yeah.
something about
You
it.
have to have passion. When you have intimacy, passion has to be there. Passion comes from kissing, being intimate,
Yes.
feeling each other, like caressing. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't happen when you're like just roll over.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it boils down to. So the update on that is she finally now they was going at that time they was going like quite some time without getting some chutty, so without getting no dick. So talked to her not too long ago, and she finally was like, okay, I got laid, but it wasn't the same. She was like, it just didn't feel right. She was like, I was dry. I wasn't really feeling it at that point in time.
Yeah.
And he was checking, hey, is everything okay? Everything is wrong. And I'm like, you're not feeling it, but he won't know unless you tell him.
Yeah.
You have to straight up tell him, look, dude, sometimes a guy, you have to put him in his place. Or a woman, look, I'm dry. You're not doing it for me. You either going to have to start eating me out. You're going to have to start sucking on some titties. Something going to have to give.
Yeah.
But, yeah, totally, absolutely not into it at all.
I mean, it
Period.
could be, but like I said, for my ex, it was because he was out with other women. So I was just the person that, I was the chore.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was the passion. I was
Gotcha.
just the chore. So I don't know if that's the same situation or if there's other situation, like something else going on in the relationship
I
that maybe
told
she
you,
doesn't
he's sucking
know.
dick.
I mean,
The creative
maybe.
is-
That was my first thought.
Maybe, but you know, I'm not gonna just put someone out there like that.
Give a
But
fuck.
there could be,
Fuck him.
it could be the same kind of situation. He could not be doing that because he's either sucking dick or he's getting it somewhere else, and this is his chore.
Understandable. It's just mind-blowing to me. Just don't get it at all. But
I don't
You look
understand.
like shell
Right.
shocked.
I feel like I'm
like a baby just
flabbergasted.
got run over in the street. That's the look
Like
on
I
your
can't
face.
comprehend.
not even a little bit. Because you feel like, all right, look. Just do it even just to satisfy me. Even if you're not down with it. We all done certain things in a relationship to where, okay,
You're
let's try
pleasing
this.
the other person.
Right. You
Yeah.
may not feel comfortable with it initially, but the more you do it, you're like, okay, this person is enjoying it. So I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But to totally just disregard, like, little pecks here and there.
And
even
that's like
outside
the
bed.
foundation.
Oh.
Like that's where you start. I just
Mhm.
don't understand.
No Nintendo, no compute.
This
I
is why
don't-
she doesn't sleep with men.
So
Women are really good at foreplay.
Oh, no doubt. I do
How long
not
have you know you wanted to be with women?
Since I was 17 and I'm 25 now.
Right.
I'm bad at math, so I don't know how long that is, but it's been a while.
As long as you ain't doing R. Kelly math, you good, yo.
Lie. Yeah.
As long as it ain't R. Kelly math.
So she has some interesting topics. What was one of them?
Let's talk about
On one of them, I was like, "Girl, bye."
it. What?
What was
This
it
is
that
a-
you pulled
Okay.
up?
Open?
We
I don't
judge.
remember.
We don't judge.
No, it wasn't because she asked it. It was she went to a forum to try to talk about like topics,
Okay.
and it
Was it one of the first ones I said, or was it?
say
I have the only ones I screenshot was our conversations with X is okay.
yes. So
What
so
kind of
let's talk about-
conversation?
It just says our conversations with X is okay. That's the only. So
Still checking
whatever.
up on them from time to time.
There's different factors that go into play with that. Because me, I'm confident as a man. So if you still talk to your ex, first of all, I need to know what type of person he was. The reason why I say that is because you have certain guys that will be willing to start a conversation with their ex to say that I still got her. You know, as far as I can still rope her in when I see fit. So if he is an egotistical person, no, you're not going to do that. Two, am I still allowed to talk to my ex? Because if you're going to do it, I'm going to do it too. Then we're going to see who's going to tap out first. Who's going to get the most upset. Then when you get mad, I'm like, well, you doing it, so it's okay. Well, no, it's not okay. Well, then we just need to cut the shit off.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And then,
But
like,
why
what
would
was
you
the...
do that to start an argument? Why wouldn't you just tell her how you felt about it in the first damn place?
Because.
This is what we talk about
What
when we
is
talk about
that?
communication.
Right. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Because guess what? When you try and have certain conversations, particularly in something like this, that's when rationalization tried to come into play. Well, no, he doesn't see me like that. Me being a man, we see through the bullshit. No, he's just my friend. No, we understand that he on some more shit. No, you just don't get it. Okay. Then guess what? You're going to do it anyway, whether I express my feelings or not. So, in order for that person to step in my shoes and see what that shit feel like, I'm going to talk to my ex. And I'm going to do it when I walk in the house. What are you doing? I'm just on the phone with such and such. What you got? Oh. Then we going to hold a conversation. Then I'm going to get off the phone. Then you going to slam some pots around, be angry and dissatisfied. And I'm going to say, what you mad about?
I feel like you've been through this before.
No, I'm just good at replaying it. I already know how it's going to work.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't like you talking to her. Well, I don't like you talking to him. So what we gonna do?
You know what she's going to say? That ain't the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what she's gonna say.
No, I would have been like, why the hell did you not say it in the first damn place?
Exactly. That's so much
Common
effort to go
sense.
through
Common
to
sense.
get to the same conclusion. Why would you not be upfront?
I got
you could
time today.
avoid
Oh my gosh.
all of that bullshit.
No, it is not gonna be avoided because, like I say, you're gonna try and rationalize it.
If you're
Well,
with
say-
someone who respects you and you told them, "Hey, don't talk to him," then they would respect you and not talk to him.
But obviously-
If they don't respect you enough, you shouldn't be with them.
But that's what I'm saying. Obviously, they feel some type of way about it because they wouldn't even brought it up to me to begin with. Obviously, this has been something going on in their mind that they thought about all the way to the point to where they want to say, "Hey, is it okay if I talk to him?" That's equivalent to saying, "Okay, would you feel okay with your significant other putting money on their ex's books if they was locked up?"
That's not the same.
You still caring for them. You still interacting with them.
That's different.
How's it different?
Because if you're making assumptions, you're assuming that this person that you're with is having this huge moral dilemma. What if you're chilling and one day X sends a text message or is like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Like, it could be out of the blue and they're just like, "Hey, so-and-so texted me today. Like, how do you feel about that?" It doesn't have to be this huge, like, "Oh, I've been thinking about this person that I used to be with and I'm so emotionally attached and blah, blah, blah." Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You're just assuming that it is.
But how often does it happen to the point where an ex is involved and there is no feelings involved? To the point where it's just like,
frequent.
I'm not saying that
Frequent.
I'm not saying that I think that you should talk to your ex. I'm saying that instead of going through all that bullshit, you should just be like, "Hey, don't talk to your ex."
like Paul said,
From the get-go.
where's the fun in that? There's no fun.
Such a man.
Oh my
There's no fun.
God.
There's no fun in that.
This is
I don't
why I
feel
don't
like-
say
I'm
that.
saying, but it's not like he's saying he just went right to that. He went over the whole rationalizing thing, and they still didn't get it after he expressed how he felt about it. So then that's when he takes it to this next step. Well, fine, then I'm going to go do it and see how you
Okay,
feel about it.
but if you're with someone who isn't hearing what you're saying about how you feel, then you shouldn't be with them.
But that's the thing. We're not always going to be on the same page on every topic, particularly when it comes down to exes. So, like I said, if I was to say no, I do not feel comfortable with it. That next question that is going to come from that, as opposed to saying, "Oh, okay, I won't do it," it's going to be, why? Why can't I talk to them?
Not for me.
Why can't I discuss it with them?
But you're just assuming that every woman has that. For me, if we were in a relationship and now besides my ex that I have kids with, because obviously
That's
I have
different.
to text him.
That is
Now
different.
obviously I have to talk to
Completely
him.
It is different.
But someone before him, if you said, "Hey, I'm not really digging that," I'd be like, "Cool, this motherfucker ain't worth nothing to me. That's not with me." I wouldn't be like, "Why?" Because I wouldn't want you talking to no people either. I wouldn't want no Erica from work calling you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, like I said, you had a whole artisan Artemis Arby right next to you.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Thank you
Yeah.
for reminding me. I need to hear about this.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I need to hear about
Oh
this.
my God.
Like I
I'm
say,
gonna spit out
talking
my
to a friend, she making sure we good.
I
got
heard
home.
you done fed a stray dog.
Yeah. At the
She
bar.
didn't even know
This
his
is what
actual
happened.
name, so
No, don't shoot her no bell. Don't shoot her no bell. I need to hear from her.
No, you two, they were sitting by the dance floor. I went to the bathroom, came out of the bathroom. He was standing at the bar, turned to look at me, he said, "Hey, do you recognize me? I'm on your Facebook." I'm like, "Yeah."
That's a creep already.
I know. I was like, "No, I recognize
Fuck
you."
says, "Oh
because
yeah, I'm on Facebook.
I-
you know me from Facebook,
No,
right?"
because he
Fucking creep.
you know me from Craigslist,
I'm
right?
sorry. I told you I like to get jokes off. I'm sorry.
Right.
Is that not a fucking creep?
He
Yeah.
posts
It
a
is.
lot of okay, guys. He posts a lot of memes on his page, so I like a lot of his stuff. So he's funny. Anyways. So I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then I thought
I'm over it.
I thought his name was one thing. So then when I introduced y'all to him, and he was like, "Hey, that's not my name," I was like, "Oh shit." And I was like, but he just sat next when he was talking to other people. It wasn't like I didn't go home with this fool. Did nothing happen. I wasn't holding his hand. We weren't making out. I was just sitting in my chair.
He was thinking about it.
Oh,
He was thinking about
there
it?
you go.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Let me ask you a question. Do you
Because
know?
otherwise he would have been texting me afterward. It's not like we communicate or talk. Someone who's interested would have made it known. He didn't make it known. So therefore, it was just friendly.
of
It was
course.
just friendly.
Yeah, go with that.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know why I call it stray?
That's what you think?
It
That's
was
what you really
just
think?
friendly.
You really
Me
think
and
that?
Haley
That's what
went
she
home
thinks.
together.
Exactly.
Starlet
I'm
went to
sorry.
his house. Old dude went to his house, and that
I'm
was
sorry.
the end of the story. And then I had
Do you
common
think
sense.
somebody that runs up to you, "Hey, you know me from Facebook, right?"
Right.
That is innocent. That is a fucking creep. There's
Why is that
nothing
a creep?
innocent about that.
No.
There's
If
nothing
you
innocent
recognized
about
me
that.
on the
I'm
street,
sorry.
you wouldn't say hello to me?
Fuck no.
You're met in person.
But
You've
if
met
we were
in
just
person.
Facebook
But,
friends,
yeah.
you would say no?
No.
But this is my thing, though. It goes from, this is why I call it a stray. You meet somebody from Facebook, you entertain them, you talk to them. Hey, my name is such and such. I met you on Facebook. Yeah, cool. All right. How's everything going? Good. Boom. All right, I'll catch up with you later and dip out. But instead, just like you feed a stray outside,
Oh my God.
you ain't making them a domesticated cat. But you
Okay,
fed
but cats
him.
don't go away once you feed them. They stay.
Case in point.
He didn't stay. He ain't next.
See, look at you. Nervous. Nervous. You done got scared.
She got the
You're
vapors.
lying.
She got the
No.
vapors.
Yes.
See, not,
Got all kinds of nervous.
y'all are making something into. You're making
What did you just
nothing
say?
into something.
What did you just say?
You're making
He did what?
He sat next to it. We were only there for like another 30 minutes. It
I mean,
wasn't
that's
like we
true.
just got there. It would have been different if we had just got there and he was next to me
I'm
for
sorry,
hours. It was like
but
30 minutes.
No, because I got there for a whole. It was at least an hour.
We did go to Whataburger too.
Went to Whataburger. Say what you
See,
want.
even she said,
Say what you want.
I'm
You're
trying.
guilty.
I'm supposed to be on you. Okay, but they don't talk anymore.
don't shoot
Okay,
her no
but
bell.
They don't. No, they don't
more.
talk
Did
anymore.
he text me when we got to the house?
No.
Nope. Didn't text me when we got to the house. Hadn't talked to him since. I could see if he was blowing on my phone. He was not blowing on my phone. It was
Even that night.
It was legit like platonic. It was. It wasn't even.
But like I said, that is what you call picking up a stray. Strays still leave. They come and get fed, then they go off and do their best shit. And then when you see them again, guess what? It's gonna be the same thing. Y'all gonna chill. Y'all gonna chop it up. Y'all gonna go to Whataburger. Y'all gonna discuss the skies, the moon, the stars, and everything. And then it's gonna get a little bit closer.
No. If
Yes.
that was okay, how long ago was this? This was a while ago.
Like a month.
A month ago.
It was about a month.
I ain't seen his ass since.
Yet. You go tonight.
Watch. He's
You
gonna be.
You go tonight.
He's gonna be there when we go. Just waiting at the top of the
What's,
stairs.
what's he gonna think as soon as he see you? She fed me last time. I know.
We
I
had
can get some.
conversation.
I get some
Guys,
mushu
it's
from her.
not even like that. It's not
Okay.
even like that.
Okay.
Okay, I understand where
Don't-
she's
don't
coming
try to
from.
shoot.
No,
I
I'm
get
being.
you're trying to be a good friend.
No, I'm being rational.
But you didn't already gave the.
No, I'm being rational because I see what she's saying, but I also understand that men don't, especially men like that, like. He
Agreed.
thinks it's one way when it's totally not that way, and she's made no indication that it's that way, but he's still going to think that if that's what he thinks.
But
Which
if-
I'm not saying that
But
it
if
is.
he thought that way, wouldn't you think he would be frequent?
No.
Like he would text. He would be like, "Hey, how's it going?
Hold on.
What are you doing
Hold on.
tonight?
Hold on.
Where are you going?"
Hold on. Pause. Time out. You said would he text? So he has your number.
Well, no, I was just saying. Okay, would
Oh.
he DM me? I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Instant message me. Golly.
I'm just saying because there's a difference.
Facebook Messenger. Okay, let's just clarify.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What? You said if he texts, obviously you feel comfortable. He became more than just a
I
Facebook
meant
friend.
Facebook Messenger. It comes up like a damn text. Might as well be a text.
Right
That's
on.
true.
Right.
It's
on.
like chatting on Snapchat.
Yeah.
I would consider that a text message, even though it's not technically.
It's nothing even
Mm-hmm.
like that.
He just wants to be right.
He does want to be right.
That's
No,
You
I'm
fucking
just-
men.
What?
Men.
Stop.
They just want.
I did
just
not say anything. All I
try
did
to
was
fucking hammering it into the
all
ground.
I did was just say, okay. That's all I said.
I'll make
Which
sure
is nothing.
from now on, if I ever see someone out that's like, "Hey, you're my Facebook," I'm like, "Sorry, I cannot talk to you. God fucking forbid.
No.
I entertain a quote unquote stray. I'm not rude like that, Starlin.
I'm just saying.
She's friendly.
I am friendly. I'm a nice person. I'm a nice person.
Yes.
You disgust me.
That's not nice.
I fucking hate nice people. I love being an asshole.
That's
I'm
I
clear.
can't help it.
I'm only an
She
asshole when
said
I
it's
need to be
Thank
an
you.
asshole.
Flattery will get you everywhere. with me. Thank you.
I'm only an asshole when I need to be an asshole. And she's seen parts of it. You don't want that side.
You really don't.
You don't want that side.
Mm-mm.
I have a
I would cut off my arm before pissing Heather off.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my.
I have a pretty rough side. But for the most part, I'm a nice person. I mean, you have to look at it for me. I was in a relationship for 13 years. I'm coming out of it. I'm just putting myself back out there. You don't know this person could potentially have something. You know, or anybody that you come across could potentially have something. You don't know what the future holds. So I'm not going to go be a bitch everywhere I go just because they're my Facebook friend.
When you say have something, what you mean? Potential or
someone could be a
STD?
potential. You
What
know.
you mean?
Or a friend.
Can we move
I'm
on this damn topic? We've been on this topic
I'm
for
just
2
asking. Just ask a question. I want to see you mad, for the record.
No, you don't.
Sure I do.
You
No.
really don't.
Because all I'm going to do is make you mad when I laugh. That's how that's going to work.
It takes a lot for me to get there, but when I get there, it's not pretty.
That's usually how it is with the nice people, though.
It is. We're the ones that surprise you.
I believe it.
You don't expect it.
I believe you got some dead bodies somewhere.
Hey, when it
Only
comes,
out of necessity.
when it
Out
comes
of
to
necessity.
when it
She
comes to
don't
my
start
kids or my family,
Mhm.
oh, no doubt, I wouldn't even hesitate. I wouldn't be the mom. You know how you see these horror stories on daycares where they beat their children and they call the police. That wouldn't be this bitch.
Okay.
This bitch would be out in my motherfucking parking lot with that damn heifer. I would not be going to the police. The police would be taking me in handcuffs and she'd be going in a stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
That would be me.
I see.
And I have a way with words. So when I'm pissed,
Well, hold on, what changes?
Something-
I have a way with words.
Yes. What
I need to know because you just giggled like a
Really?
mother when she said that. So I need there's something else there.
I'm
Right.
thinking of the story
Ooh,
about
story time, story
yes,
time,
Old
story
Navy.
time.
The what? The Old Navy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, do share. By all means. What happened?
Come
What-
on,
I
man.
was-
We here now.
Yeah.
So I was working at Old Navy one time and fucking hated this damn job. And it was dollar flip flop day. So to me, look, my time is valuable. I'm not about to wait outside for 4 hours to get into a building where I can only buy 5 flip flops for $1 and then wait in a line for an hour to come through the line. We're gonna go to the dollar store. I'm gonna pay $2.50 for those damn flip flops.
Right.
So as you can imagine, it was in Cedar Hill.
Okay.
So it was a little ratchet, and I just so happened to be the leader on duty behind the cash wrap. So I was basically the security guard for the day. Okay. And there was I had eight of my workers that were checking out people, and it was only 5 per customer because obviously people are waiting 5 hours. They need to make sure they accommodate the supplies for everybody. I can't help it if another race brings 20 of their peoples with them and everybody stands in line and each person has 5 flip flops. I can control that. It's just 5 per person. I'm not gonna dick around with somebody, you know? If all 20 of the people pay, then hey, it is what it is.
Right on.
So this lady and her husband come up to the counter. Has she been smart? Her husband would have bought some damn 5 flip flops. She would have bought some damn 5 flip flops, and then it would have been all good, right? She wasn't smart. So she tries to jump from register to register, and I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't do that. It's only 5 per person, and you already bought your 5. And she was like, oh, but you let them motherfuckers come through here. And I was like, no, I didn't let nobody come through here. But what I'm letting you know is that you ain't about to jump registers to get these flip-flops. What I will let you do, instead of waiting outside for 4 hours, you can get to the back of that line again and check out if you want to, but you ain't about to jump these registers. And she was like,
That look.
she was like,
Just
she
like
was
that.
like, girl, don't make me jump over this motherfucking counter. And I, so casually, moved my little worker over, and I leaned over the counter and I said, let me tell you something, bitch. If you jump over this counter, this will be the last motherfucking counter you ever jump over. So if you want to try me, you can try me. And I just dead stare, leaned over. And she was like, I ain't gonna even go jump for you today. And I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready when you ready.
So you got time today.
All my people were like, because I've been a manager for about 17 years, and I can keep my cool, but ain't nobody gonna, what you want me to do?
Right. You
I already
got that
hit
action.
I already hit this damn job. You're gonna jump over this counter, we can go there.
Okay. What about you? What do you like when you get upset?
I cry. Honestly.
What comes after the crying?
I mean, it depends on the situation.
Okay, say for instance, is anger involved? Like you're pissed off.
It depends on the situation.
Okay.
At work, okay, I will give another work story.
Okay.
I had this, which I'm not going to say the company because I still work there, and I don't want to get.
Retail?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And this woman was yelling. I'm the manager on duty, and she was yelling at me because she was trying to buy an item that was lower. It was $5 cheaper at a different location of our store than it was in my store. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, if you are so cheap that you want to save $5, then you can go back to that damn store and buy it there.
Right.
That's not my problem. They mark things down differently in different stores. And I'm explaining this to her. It's a fucking Saturday. It's like 2 p.m., which is busy.
Okay.
And she's yelling at me across the store. And I'm running around doing like 10 different things, helping 20 different people. And finally, I just like was so over it that I like screamed at her. I was like, I will do this for you one time. It will not happen again. And I like stormed off. And that's like the mean. I'm not a mean person. Like, I don't get mad. I don't stand up for myself. I don't.
Courage and conviction
really?
is things that I worked on. When I was her manager, those things that we worked on.
Okay.
Courage and conviction.
That was like
And I'm
the
like,
nastiest
girl, you
I've
better
been.
grow some
Really?
damn balls because your balls gotta be bigger than that other bitch's balls.
Right on. So have you ever been in an altercation, a fight, or anything of that nature?
no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm scared of you. You the type to where you lose your shit. This is gonna be
I
years.
feel like if I snapped, I would just fucking lose. Like, it would be over.
So if a chick
So,
comes up
be
to you,
careful.
she's ready to throw hands. What are you gonna do?
Who?
If
Just the
anybody,
person?
you know,
It depends on what's the situation. It depends. If it was
are you in a relationship?
no.
Well, let's say you're in a relationship with your significant other, and then another girl comes up. What are you doing with my girl? Let's go fight right now.
I'd be like, bitch, I didn't fucking know. Why don't you control your woman? How is that my problem?
Some people still want to blame the person.
That's not my problem.
So this is what she told me today, that she used to like to go out with guys because she felt like safe and secure. She's like, but I'll go out with you because I know you would beat a bitch's ass. Like,
It's true.
I know.
It's true.
I don't have to worry. That's not her.
That is
I would have to know
not-
that if I'm about to throw down at the club, that she ain't gonna have my back.
She might.
She might grab my shoes, but she ain't fighting nobody
Well,
for me.
if it's one-on-one, you know what I'm saying?
If the situation warrants it, then I would do it. The people that I love
Right.
all the way. So if someone was in harm's way and I loved them, then I would do what it took to figure that out. But that doesn't happen. Like, some bitch is yelling at me at work. I'm like, okay, fuck you, bye. Like,
It don't bother
I don't
you.
care. Yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever.
Right on. That's understandable.
It's
But she says it's just not in her DNA yet.
It's not yet. But
Yeah.
when I snap, I will be like in
Yeah,
jail.
I
Like, I'll
believe it.
kill someone and you'll be like, damn, where'd this bitch go?
I
She's
heard
in
about
prison.
you
She
in a
heard
podcast.
all them podcasts. She knows.
I believe
She
it.
knows.
I'll be walking down the little country road to Heather's mom's house with my dead body
Like, bitch, where can I bury this?
Like it's nothing.
at the cemetery.
Dragging
There
about
you
a
go.
foot like fucking Leatherface.
For real. Come on. We going. You didn't make it, but yeah. I can see you doing that. Proudly.
I don't know about proudly. But I also
She would be
have
crying.
I have a lot
That's
of
fine.
guilt. I'm a very guilty person, even when I have no reason to be. So it wouldn't work out well. I'd do it,
She
but
would snitch on herself.
That's what I was about to say.
I
Would you
would-
tell on yourself?
arrest me. I'm sorry.
No, hell no.
So what's one of your work stories that somebody pissed you off?
Oh man, let's see here. Oh shit. All right. So I remember working at a warehouse company, and I had just got my bachelor's. So I was of the ilk to where I just needed a job. I hated having a piece of paper but not being able to work. So I'm working at a warehouse, and I'm getting trained. It takes me a little time to figure shit out, but once I get it, I got it. So they hooked me up with this one trainer, and they said, "Oh man, he's crazy. He is crazy. You just gotta watch him. He's done all this. He choked the manager in the past, and he's still working." I said, "All right, cool, whatever." So me and him started working together, and he was like, "I'll mess up here and there," and he would throw the biggest fits. He'd be like, "Hey man, you're not listening. What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Cool, right on. Going about my business." And one day he caught me on my worst day.
On a bad day.
On a bad day.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm letting him make it because I'm new. And I'm like, I like working here. Then kind of got to that point where we was at the top level. He was like, "Dang, man, you on this?" I say, "Look, dude, I will fuck you up." I said, "I will throw you over this motherfucking rail." I said, "I have a bachelor's degree. I could drop your motherfucking ass and go find another job if that's what it takes. But I'm finna put pause on you. You better get the fuck away from me right now." I'll be back. That's him no more. We didn't work together. He didn't say shit else to me at all after that. They say,
Sometimes you just gotta check them.
"Yo, that was when I was
They
younger."
lead by intimidation. A lot of them.
That was when I was younger. Now I don't have that much tolerance for bullshit. That amount of disrespect, I'm not gonna deal with at all. Period. I don't give a damn what job I'm at. I don't care where I'm at. Disrespect is something that I address immediately. Point blank. Period. I'm like, my family don't disrespect me. It's you ain't finna get that opportunity. So we finna talk about it right then and there. One of my biggest pet peeves: if I speak to you and you don't respond, if I be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and you don't say nothing, I will stop whatever the fuck I'm doing, and I will say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Okay, get your shit straight. Get it right. I do not deal with disrespect good.
That's how I would be
yeah.
at the store if I greet a customer and they didn't say hi to me back. I'd be like, walk in their face, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yes.
Like, you didn't hear me from over there, so I just want to come introduce myself.
Right. I'm like,
you're gonna say hi to me, motherfucker.
See, I'm not like that. I'm just like, I'll say it like to myself. I'll be like, oh, fuck me then, I guess.
no,
Whatever. I just let them walk off. I'm like, okay, bye.
No, you could tell them what the fuck. .com.
I'm gonna try that.
Do it.
I
It
am.
works. You would
Maybe
get
I'll
not.
be like,
Maybe
hey,
don't say what-
how are you doing?
yes. You tell them just like that. You let it go just like that. There's nothing wrong with it.
I should be like, hey, bitch, what the fuck?
Yep.
You got a
Customer
customer
complaint.
complaint.
Be like, I never said that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I would never.
Exactly. Come on.
Never.
My track record speaks for itself. I'm a very
Exactly.
polite person.
I do have a lot of customer compliments.
Do you?
I do.
Right on, right on. If only they knew the person we know.
I mean, I'm still pretty great. They would probably still
Let's still be
feel
cool
the
with it.
same. Yeah.
Right on.
Do you disagree?
I'm not saying anything.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Do tell.
I'm not. You are an amazing person.
You were just shaking your damn head.
You're an amazing person.
See, it doesn't
Say
feel
it with a
good to
little more
speak up.
contrition.
Yes. You spoke
Make
up
it a
for
little bit more
yourself.
believable.
She is.
You're an
She's
amazing
not buying
person.
any of-
She's a great.
She is not buying any of this bullshit you selling right now.
You're so great, I swear.
She is a great friend. She just needs to grow bigger balls.
That's all. She'll get there.
I'm working on
I'm
it.
training her.
What is up with you and training motherfuckers?
I'm
What
training.
does that come from?
She's
That is
good
your,
at
I'm
it.
good at it.
No,
She is
I'm
good.
talking
No.
about I'm talking about people. You just haven't been trained yet in your relationship. What is it? Look, leave that at home.
That's just
I mean,
the
at
word
work.
that I use. That's just the word that I use. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Why not say mentor?
Whatever floats your damn boat. Whatever word you want
No,
to
I'm
fucking
just
use,
saying.
it's the same damn
Because in
thing.
my mind, you looking at motherfuckers like puppies and dogs and all of that.
If she's using the word mentor, she's looking at you like a 12-year-old.
No, you're
But
not a
at the
mentor
day-
program.
And then I say you haven't been trained, but at the end of the day, both parties are trained.
That's
right?
true.
When you're in a relationship, like,
Mhm.
I don't know what you like, you don't know what I like, so I'm training you on what I like, you're training me on what you like. It's a give and
Compromise.
take.
What
That
you'll
is that
handle
is
and what you
called.
won't. Yeah.
Compromise.
Like,
that is the
don't-
word.
like,
for
don't-
it.
So then again, back to my original question: do you consider yourself well trained? My
See,
point exactly.
do you
Do
see
you see
how
how that
long?
sounds? Do you see how that sounds when it's put back on you?
Yes. Speak on that shit,
I was gonna
P-Mac.
say, guys.
Ain't nobody training me.
I'm not perfect.
That makes me sound like I'm a tender dick. Oh
Right.
yeah, I got him trained. Girl.
I got
That makes me sound like a straight tender dick. Like I'm light skinned. Shut up.
fuck you, P-Mac. Fucketh you. .com.
There's nothing wrong with being light skinned, Starling.
I know that, but you don't understand the struggle. These motherfuckers here, I swear, they give me all kinds of shit about it. Never stop.
I'm just saying, nobody's ever confused me for being mixed.
What?
Nobody's ever asked me, am I mixed?
Yeah.
No,
It's
never.
coming.
I'm gonna be 30 years old. If it ain't happened by now.
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's
You're a
gonna
baby. I didn't realize you were that young.
You still got Similac on your breath. Stop it. You're a
I'm
Gerber baby.
35. I'll be
Still,
36 in January. You're,
Just turned
you're a baby.
35.
No.
Not too
We're
long.
like halfway into the damn year already.
Still.
Just
It's
about.
barely May.
Yeah.
It feels like
Yes.
it's still.
And your birthday's at the end of January.
No
See?
one asked you anything.
Something line. We're halfway through. No, we not, coach.
Either way.
I'm just saying.
So
Or you
no.
gotta do something big for your 30th birthday.
Yeah, when is it?
December
December
11th.
Gotta have a
Yeah.
dirty 30.
Yeah. Live it up.
Y'all gonna come?
if it's, I mean, like, so for
What?
instance, like your birthday is in Austin.
Right.
You know how much of a hassle it is to drive all the way to Austin, have to get a damn hotel room, and then have to figure out where the hell we're going, and then have to
You overthink too
Uber.
much shit. You just
there,
say, just
Uber
go.
back.
Just
Way
go.
too
Just pack
much.
a bag and go.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
That's all
So
it
I
takes.
expect both of y'all there.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah, I
Where?
said
That's
it.
all it takes.
I
Austin.
can't
2
go.
weeks.
I
When
can't
is
go.
two?
Excuses.
Oh,
That's all.
I can't.
All.
I gotta work.
All I'm hearing
That
is
is the 19th, right?
That's it.
This the 19th, that weekend?
Yeah.
18th, 19th. My baby's birthday is on the 20th, so we're having a birthday party. That's at Sydney. That's why I can't go.
We'll have you back. Maybe not sober, but you'll be back on Sunday.
I will not be able to hang. Like I told you yesterday, I cannot hang. One nighter. That's all you get is a one nighter.
That's it.
That's all you get. It takes me all week to recover.
Just from one night, not even
That's
two.
it. Right.
Well,
And if I get too tipsy and I'm on the dance floor fucking dancing, my fucking thighs hurt for days.
well,
Okay?
problem solved. We're going down Friday too.
There you
so
go.
come Friday, you got all day Saturday to recoup,
There you go.
and then Sunday.
Look at
Boom.
God. Won't he do it?
I did request off the whole weekend for the boy's birthday.
You should go.
See,
I ain't going by myself.
Friday. Bring your asses. Friday.
Where are
Y'all
you
can
guys
go there
going?
for one day. Where are we not going?
I haven't been to Austin.
I've never been to
forever.
Austin.
Really?
Really? Never.
Well, that's where y'all just follow our lead.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very much.
I don't know.
You can trust us.
Can I?
I'm like a
Yes.
I'm a puppy. I will follow you and do whatever you tell me. So I cannot go. At least not with a chaperone.
We
And
are
if
your
my
chaperone.
chaperone's not no,
We are
a
your
responsible chaperone.
You think so lowly of us?
You said you're going everywhere.
Yes. Very much
Yes.
so.
No,
We're the
that's
Thundercats.
not a chaperone.
We're the
Yes.
Thundercats.
Are you
That's
guys
what we
gonna do
do.
a podcast down there? In the hotel room?
You should. You should do like a special episode.
Yeah, birthday episode. How old are you turning?
36. 36. We probably do one before we go. We're still debating on it.
No, you should do it there.
Do it there.
Wasted.
Do it like live.
She said
And
wasted.
do it live.
What? Facebook Live and shit?
Yeah, do it live.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
That would
Falling
be
out of the
fun.
chairs and stuff.
Look, Paul is down. Paul is down.
I said we'll see.
It's open for a discussion. We still got some time, so we'll consider it. We'll think about it. Very much so. But it'll be fun. If y'all
And-
could come.
How many people are going?
Let's see. 1, 2,
Shit.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
This is taking too long. That's a lot of people.
7 I can think of off the top of my head.
Which 7 you think of?
Wait, is it all female?
No, it's me, Paul, Trent.
Trent.
Who else?
I think Mike might be going.
Mike. Then you got Jessica.
Crystal and Amber are undecided right now.
Okay.
Well, Amber's down. She waiting on Crystal.
Okay.
So, and then Dimitri and Amon, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. So you got
And then
that's what, 5 or 6 guys. So there's gonna be 5 or 6 girls.
Where are you guys staying at?
Embassy Suites.
Embassy Suites.
Big ass suite. After party is going down there.
Very
So
much
you're expecting everybody to spend the night, is what you're saying.
I mean, if that's what it comes to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
It
big
is
ass
what it
suite.
is.
All I'm saying is that I called dibs on the bed. I'm not sleeping on no floor. I'm not
No,
doing it.
I'm just gonna let you know right now. It's gonna be some shenanigans going down in these beds. So I mean,
Oh Lord.
We'll get our own room. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not about to be down with
it's
next
his
to
birthday.
shenanigans.
It's his birthday. He got to get some.
Knocked out.
What's
Look
what?
over and see some
What
threesome
is-
going
what
down.
is-
Oh, Lord.
I'm not about to do that.
But hold on. What is a birthday without some mushu?
Hey, like, look, more power to you. Do what you gotta do. But I'm not trying to be in the same
I'm
damn
not
bed.
saying-
Bed next to you, getting whatever it is that you need to get. I'd be like, look, fool, you could have woke me up, had to go to the next damn room.
He'll be over there like, yeah, lay on top of her. Lay on top of her. Yeah, yeah.
Move her leg. Move her leg. She's out.
Matter of fact, take her shirt off too. Pull.
I,
Yeah.
would like
my
to- I care
God.
enough about your sleep to the point where I don't want to wake you up.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm not buying that.
No?
No. Oh no.
She said, "Hell no."
Think so
Fuck
lowly
no.
of me. I swear.
Mm-mm.
Trying to make sure you're revitalized to get back to your
I
son's
can get
birthday.
revitalized on my own. Thank you very
Just
much.
saying. Trying to be helpful here. Thoughtful. Something that you
Is
think
that
that I'm
what
not.
is that what you call it these days?
Yeah. Which is what I am.
So you've been fed a lot of lies over the years.
No, not necessarily. differential truths? Possibly. But it's all about perspective.
You know what we should do? Are you in a relationship, Paul?
Nope.
All right.
No. I already see where the fuck is
Okay.
going. No. Nope.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
Are you talking to anybody?
No.
Are you talking to anybody?
Hell no.
Okay. I'm not talking to nobody. We should do like
No.
speed dating or something.
That won't work.
We can invite girls and guys.
Oh, we're running our own speed dating?
It would be fun. These
That's
guys know
like a
lot of
party.
people. They know a lot of people.
That would be. That don't say.
So basically,
That would be
That's
fun.
interesting.
I'd be open to it. I'm down.
I think it'd be fun. We can like.
I'd have one option.
Audition. No, we can like do a poll or some shit on Facebook. I don't
Put
know.
up like wanted posters.
Yeah.
Lesbians
Or-
welcome.
Or, like I say, truth or drink. No, what was it? Date or drink. Which one was it? Off of,
Fuck.
no, it was
Truth
Truth
or
or
drink.
Drink.
Truth or drink. Yeah.
Truth or drink. Have y'all seen that?
Mm-mm. On Snapchat?
No, it's on YouTube.
Oh.
YouTube.
They have a
It's-
Snapchat
it's-
edition, but I've never watched it.
It's like a blind date show, and they take turns asking each other questions. If you don't want to answer, you got to drink, and while they get to know each other.
Just like that.
I would be totally down. It sounds like fun.
Okay. Most definitely be something
We
we
can do
do.
that.
Yeah.
Do it after the live show.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
We should well, I don't know.
She's out on
Looking
know.
at it like-
I can't. Too fucking funny. You down, Rick? Speaking of new relationships, let's talk about old relationships real quick.
Okay.
Do we have to?
Well, not necessarily about the person, but the process.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is that when you are getting ready to break up with somebody, typically what is your process? What goes through your mind when you get ready to just say, you know what? It's done. The reason why I ask, because I have a friend that is finna get ready to break up with somebody. And she has a process to where she's like, I gotta put on a certain type of makeup. Like, she literally thinks this shit
No.
through.
Mm-mm.
Now, for you, what is
Nope.
your process? When you feel like that it is done, what does that look like?
Well,
for you?
like this last relationship, I found something and I just blew up. I told him exactly how I felt, even if it hurt his feelings, and I was like, I'm done. I'm
Just
out.
like that.
Just like that. I packed my shit literally 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Had an interview that Friday for Waco. Packed my shit up. This girl was over here packing my damn clothes. I have all my furniture still in that damn house. I still pay the mortgage on this house,
Damn.
mind you. And I packed my shit and we were gone.
Like so quick.
But it took, like we were together for 13 years, and we were like the past 2 years. There was a rift, but I wasn't quite ready to like pull the trigger.
Right.
So it wasn't until everything that escalated that made me be like, fuck this shit. I'm too good for you. And I let him know exactly how I felt, and we were just done.
Right on.
I think you have to get to that point where you're just like, this is not worth the fight anymore, and I need to just remove myself.
Mm-hmm. But before,
Right.
like I knew for like probably a year
Really.
Yeah.
before.
You just weren't ready.
I
to
mean,
pull
you
the trigger.
you didn't admit it.
Yeah.
You ignored it, pretended that those thoughts weren't there, but
Right.
you knew deep down.
You had a
And
feeling.
especially after, months later, I can look back and see exactly when, like, oh, I knew at this moment, like, it was over.
Gotcha.
I knew when we got married that we shouldn't have got
What the
married.
fuck, kids? Like, for real? And so,
Well, shit.
And I knew, it was because we had been together for so long and we had kids and our families were really like, you need to do this the right way and stuff. And we were together for so long that I was just like, I knew in the back of my mind that we wouldn't work, but I did it because I felt like it was the right thing to do for our kids and stuff.
right.
And 2 days later, when someone messaged me on Facebook about their relationship, I was like, fucking God told me fucking 2 days ago not to do this bullshit. And here
Really?
I am. Yeah. 2 days after we got married.
That is fucking insane.
But it still took a year to walk away even after that.
Have to slowly build up to it.
It was, we were bad and he was going to counseling and I was I have kids.
Right.
I have a career, I have a house, I have a mortgage. It was a lot on the table and I knew anything that I did would affect my kids. And so it wasn't, even though people were like, I can't believe you stayed for that long and I wouldn't have put up with this bullshit. What it shoulda, coulda until you're in that position. you know, I felt there was so many other factors that I was trying to think about, like, you know, if I left and I have to uproot my whole career and start over and have to uproot my kids, you know, what is this going to do to them? What is it going to do to their relationship? Because obviously I still care about making sure that their relationship is still solid.
Of course.
So I didn't want to just, I wanted to be more rational about it.
Sound like to me like you wanted to make sure everything else was taken care of.
I wanted to make sure I kind of, you know, and I slowly started to drift away. I started to come to Waco more often. I started to go out. I started, you know, things were starting to bother him because he started to see a change in me. And I was like, well, you can only do so much to a person before that person is like, fuck you. I can get anybody else. I have to deal with this fucking bullshit, you know?
Strays included.
But I never cheated. Even after the 13 years,
Right.
I never ever cheated. I never cheated on him.
Understandable.
So
face to face is how it went down.
mm-hmm.
What about for you?
Well, I did it over text message.
No, you didn't.
But it wasn't really like I'm like done with you. It was a discussion like what is our future really going to look like if we're at this spot where this is the issue and we can't seem to come to a compromise or understand the other person's point of view.
Right.
What are we really doing here? So it wasn't like, peace out, like, I'm dumping you. It was more like, realistically, what are we doing and is it going to work? Because I'm not gonna spend 5 more years with you if it's not
What it is.
if it's not really going to work out.
Understandable.
What would you do if somebody did try to break up with you over a text message?
I'd be like, okay, bye, fool.
I believe it.
If you don't want to be with me, I don't want you to be with me.
If you're a coward to do that, then it was already done from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have enough respect to have a conversation with that person, you
Right.
know, it's like leaving a note on the table or something. You come home to a note and be like, I
What they call
left.
it, the Dear
Like,
John.
you're a fucking coward
Mhm.
to do that bullshit.
I agree.
What about y'all?
Face to face. We have.
But how long did it take you to finally pull the trigger?
Oh, it takes some time.
Yeah.
It takes some time.
You?
Yep. Face to face. I mean, it took a little bit. I mean, when I knew, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks after I just knew, I was like, I don't see the need to just waste time. Like, fuck it.
Right.
Was there something that happened that transpired to get you guys to that, or is this just something that had been building up?
For me, I'm like you. If I'm dating, I'm not dating just to date.
Right.
Like
You're invested.
Like I'm invested. So if I don't feel that reciprocation, then I check out. So I'm just like, okay, this ain't going anywhere clearly. So let's just end it now.
And it sucks because a lot of people forget that, especially after, because you know when you are new dating somebody, it's like all the warm and fuzzy feelings. You're having sex every damn day. Like, it's like gravy. And then after a while, you start to not appreciate that person as much. You don't put as much effort into it. You start to get complacent, get comfortable. And I always am like, you can't forget why you fell in love with them. Like, you always have to put in that effort.
Right.
And you can't, even for male, like, if you liked what you see when you first met me, you can't after a year all of a sudden want me to look like a slob. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, so there's certain factors that you have to still make sure that you put into place.
Because like they say, when you're dating someone, you treat them like you're married. You be respectful. You spend time with them. You nurture them. You are in there with them. But when you get married or get in a relationship, that's when you act like you're dating. That is when you go above and beyond above the Call of Duty. You still have date nights. You still bring flowers.
Exactly.
That way you keep that interest there. Because if not...
And you have to remember that, like, for instance, like for me, birthdays are a big deal. So I want to go all out for your birthday. Even though you may not want it, like if you know that's important to me, then make that important to you too. Not necessarily for your day. If you're just like, I just don't want nothing, you know, it's your day. But if you knew that was important to me, then on my day, you should make an effort.
Go all out.
Yeah.
I know that's me. I don't ask for anything on my birthday. And it's been like that for a long time. Not saying that if somebody does do something for me, then I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah,
Right.
we can do that. But I'm not the type that, I want this or I want that. For my
Yeah.
birthday, you know?
I don't feel like
Don't ask me what I want for my birthday.
Well, I don't
basically.
feel
I'll
like
just say
I
that.
want to come. I'm gonna come in because the most thoughtful thing that you could do is come up with something on your own. You know, without you saying, if you know that I've been talking about, I don't know, a vanity or something, you all of a sudden bought me a vanity. It's like that kind of stuff, but
like paying attention and like
paying attention
listening.
to little stuff. But it's like it makes you feel good if you were to walk in and your girl was like, all these balloons or something, like, I got a day plan for you to go get ready. That makes you feel good.
Right.
Regardless if you're into it or not, you're like, damn, she put some effort and she can lay tonight.
Right.
She can lay tonight, like.
Just like that.
Yeah.
But that's what's fun. I mean, I feel like you should want to try and one up each other when you're in a relationship. I always found it being fun to where, what can I do, not just on specific days, but just in general days, to show how much I care.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have to be something special days. Speaking of which, is Valentine's Day a male's day?
No.
A what?
Is it a...
Just for a male? No,
Yes.
I always bought stuff for my other person.
Well, I guess
No,
that's
I know-
I was like, yeah, I did too. But like my parents, my mom buys stuff for my stepdad.
Yeah, I bought stuff for my man, for my kids, hell, for my damn mom. Like,
Everybody getting a piece.
Yeah.
not everybody, but
We bought each other presents
Yeah, we
this
got
past
each
year.
other.
Right on.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
See, I don't want nothing.
No.
No. To me, that is really when I get my kicks off to where I'm like, this is specifically
But
for
even
you.
if it was like I bought lingerie and you came home and I was in lingerie.
That's different.
But that's a gift.
Yeah, I would take that.
I'm
but
the
as far-
gift.
Yes.
But
is-
it could be stuff like that.
No, I'm cool with that.
That
right there
lingerie is gonna look good for all of the 2 minutes that it's gonna be on you because I'm about to rip it off you. Shit.
Exactly. Something like that.
I'm just
down
saying.
with.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. Otherwise, you're moving it to the side or something.
you're like, no, bitch, this was expensive. Keep
Yeah.
it on.
Okay, at least for one round.
Have y'all ever done the lingerie and trench coat pop up?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I've done the lingerie, but not like
Coming to your house?
I'll
Well,
come-
you was married for
Yeah.
so.
for a long time, but I never went. I don't think
Hold
I
on.
ever.
I see
I don't
some.
think I was trying to think. Did
Some
I
wheels turning.
think that
Uh huh.
not in a trench coat. I went to his house like naked.
Okay.
Just walked up naked.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh.
You drove over there with nothing on, just
I
bucket
had
naked.
I had a towel and I ditched
Oh.
the towel when I got out of the car and because I was like
You have some heels on, or something?
I had heels, I had my hair done,
Okay.
and I knocked on the door
Just like that.
just like that
In the nude.
in the nude. It was a one time only.
See? Remember where we was talking about your ass is up
see.
there on it? World Wide Web somewhere? Somebody got some pictures?
Look,
See,
I
I'm
was
sorry.
pretty toasty last weekend and I saw how my ass looks from behind and Lord have mercy, it is a big ass. So I don't know if I want that to be out and about.
How do you feel about public sex?
I'm down. I did it in a movie theater behind somebody.
Me too.
See- she said, me too.
Yeah.
Y'all sure y'all not related?
Everybody says
I'm
they're
just
sisters.
saying.
It's true.
Everybody says they were sisters. I'm totally fine with that.
So am I. Very much
That we're
so.
sisters?
Yes, in public sex.
Oh, okay.
I do want to go back to what you said about the one time only, though. You do know you have to be very careful about what you introduce in bed to your man, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no such thing as one time
I only did
with
it.
us. If we like it, it's on the menu.
We gonna bring it up again.
I only did it one time.
I'm saying, you can't be like, oh, I'm going to do a girl for your birthday. No, you going to do a girl every birthday now. It's on the menu now.
No, I only did it one time. I would have been opposed to it, but we started living together after that, so there really wasn't like a need for it afterwards.
Right.
This was when he was living.
That's when you role play.
Well, yeah,
You know role play?
I'm down with role play. Yeah, I'm down with role play.
What's your
and I'm
favorite?
down with.
Everybody got a favorite. What's your favorite?
Go ahead. She's
Yeah,
excited.
I was just thinking.
She got the favorite. She really a fan of this
for
shit.
real.
I've been hot all damn night. It's not. I did a student teacher that was pretty fun.
Okay.
Which
Pretty
one were you?
Well, we
You
switched.
switched.
Okay.
Happened more than once.
Okay, which one do you like?
It depends on my mood. Because I can be very dominant, but I can also be very submissive.
I get
Depending
the
on,
submissive.
yeah.
But
That's
the
what most
dominant,
people
huh?
say. It's fun to switch it up,
Sure.
and it's like in the
And that's the point
bedroom.
of role playing.
There's
you
no.
can do
it's
be
like
whoever you want.
yeah, everything else comes off. So even though like I'm very shy, very submissive, very just naturally quiet and not bossy at all. In the bedroom, it's like all bets are off. You can be whoever you want to be,
Right on.
which is fun.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
What about you, Heather?
You done thought about it now. Come on, you
You
still
know,
thinking?
I like playing like the nurse patient role, but I also like being the vixen.
Okay.
Like I have like a cat suit with the black eyes and I like go
The
on.
works.
The
Let me
works.
find out.
She say that is what I like. That's what I will do.
But I'm one of those people that when I'm in a relationship, I am really like, I think it's very, I won't say natural, but I think it's healthy to like mix it up. I'm all like,
Yeah,
you
get
want
bored.
to try something? All right, I'm game. Like
Right.
I'm not gonna give you pushback on anything except for my minor things. But for the most part, I'm open. I'm open to whatever. You
Give it
know.
a shot. Right on.
Do you guys?
Hell yeah.
What's your
Damn
favorite?
right.
My favorite is when you meet up at a bar or somewhere and y'all just pretend to be.
Oh,
different
I
people.
wanted to do
Like
that
you
so
don't know.
bad.
Like
Oh,
That
yeah.
was one of my like.
you meet up like
I
you don't
wanted
know
to do that so
shit,
bad.
Boy, when these girls meet Carlos, shit, I go up in there.
But
Shit.
can you like keep yourself in check the whole time?
Damn right.
Because I might be like.
Because I've had girls, they start laughing and shit. Like,
Yeah, I might say
No,
that.
I'll take that shit very seriously.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going in there, and
I
I
can
like
tell
it
you.
when
I can tell you.
guys are hitting on her, you know, whatever, so on and so forth. Then I slide up, we hold a whole conversation. She got a whole background set up. All right, what the hell? Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And go
especially if y'all have been together for a while and y'all are maybe
Yeah.
like on vacation or something somewhere else, so then you go back to the hotel, and so it just feels like
Especially if you got a hotel
natural.
room.
Yeah.
Oh, it like
Yes.
totally tops it off at the hotel room.
Yeah.
I say do it. You
I
work
wanted
Yes,
to so
yeah.
bad, especially towards the end of my relationship. Like we were together for a while, and I was like, "Let's like fuck it, let's just do it." And she was like, "No,
it is so much fun. I
But-
swear.
I'll get there. I'll let you know."
Okay, let us know how it is.
I'll let
You
you
would
know.
not be disappointed. I promise you. Very much
So I'm curious, if y'all were to do that, what would y'all's like alter ego be?
I guess you would have to play. I'm an aggressive person, so I guess I would have to be a submissive person or a shy person, right? Because you could play the same person.
Could you fulfill that role? Could you?
You would have to like give me a week worth of because I'm just so naturally bold, and I naturally.
She's like reading lines for a week.
Right.
Like, studying.
Like, seriously, I would take it serious too. I'd be like, no, I gotta rehearse for this damn role, you know?
Oh my goodness.
See, that's funny because I was thinking like I would want to be like doctor, like business, like someone who's like the boss and in charge,
Because
which
that's
is not.
your-
Yeah, it's opposite
and
of
would
who I
have to
am.
Be like, yeah, and like a librarian or something. I don't know, you know, like,
Like a sexy ass cardigan
you
on.
just like button down. You know, the titties would have to be put up. You know, like
Oh my. Oh
completely
my.
opposite of who I am.
But that's cool though, because if you get accustomed to playing that role behind closed doors, that can also that dominant role that you built up in, that can kind of leak into your everyday life as well. Give you that courage. You can be like, you know what is your sex name? What do you feel like your sex pet name is?
Well,
Like
I don't.
your alter ego.
I don't know. I've never thought about it.
If I'm a librarian, that ain't no damn sexy pet name.
What is it? Miss what?
I don't know.
Miss H.
I'm sorry, miss anything.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know. I've never given me a different name. Except for HK, but HK is the side you don't want to see.
Yeah, did y'all have pet names in y'all relationships? Did they?
Just
No. Yeah,
That's
babe,
it.
baby, angel.
Okay, Angel. All right.
But I don't want to have that name now because it just reminds me of my damn ex.
Okay.
Mama or babe.
Mama or babe. Gotta have pet name.
What vibe, like, what would you tell me would be my pet name? Just like from,
Starling, what would you
Ooh, I got,
Just-
I got
like,
on this one.
like,
I gotta make a damn drink.
you're the one who's saying that you have to have a pet name. I've never even heard of that.
That's okay. We'll figure something out. We'll give you.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Let me know.
Right on.
Now we both got homework.
Yes, very much so. I'm looking for results. You're gonna get it. I'll probably give it to you before the end of the night. You too.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay. Drink some more. We're gonna figure some shit
I
out.
haven't even drank anything at all.
I
It was
know.
so good. Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, that's gonna be our homework for the night.
Okay.
Figure that out.
All right. So when are you guys? Are you on the market? Why are you guys single?
Always on the market.
You're always on the market, so you're always open. How come you haven't found anybody?
You just answered it because I haven't found anybody.
Have you? So you've been looking.
I'm never looking.
You're never looking. You're just waiting for them.
I brought
Such
this.
a dude answer.
No, it is
Yes,
not.
it is.
Can I-
You say that because you're also a dude.
Can I explain what I mean by that?
I mean, I guess.
Because there
I'm gonna
has to be
say the
some
same thing at the
clarification.
end, but sure.
There
Let's hear
has to be
it.
clarification when I say this. When I say I'm not looking for anything, it's because I already know what I want. So I don't feel the need to try to force it and just go look for it. I mean, if I met somebody tonight and I felt we clicked, I'd be open to seeing what could happen right then and there.
Yeah.
I just don't feel the need to go look for it. Is all I'm saying. So
Well, when you're not looking, it's usually when it happens.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
But you have a different story because you always say no, fuck no, hell no.
What? I ain't ready. I ain't for to lie about it. I'm not for the sip. I feel like that. Okay, if somebody blew my socks off, it would be gradual. That is the only way you're going to get to me. It has to be gradual. Spontaneous,
Same here.
being in a relationship after I barely met you, that is a quick way for me to check the fuck out. If you want to get me, you have to be my friend first. Then we slowly start spending more time with each other. Then we get there. But so many women want that. Okay, what are we? Hold on, we just.
I don't think that
And
women
and that's the
want.
quickest way to get
But
put it.
I
Don't
don't like-
give me
so-
that ultimatum.
Like for me, I'm not gonna ask you what are we, but I would want to make sure like if I think that if you put time into somebody and you put the effort, then it's kind of like okay, well we're casually dating, it's automatic. I wouldn't put a title on us, but I would want to make sure that we have the conversation that we both are on the same page of where we want it to go.
Well, if you're not dealing with a Tinder dick and you're dealing with a real man, he's gonna make it
No.
known in one way or another
dick.
Yes.
that that
Can you
okay.
please specify what a Tinder dick is?
A sucker for love.
There
Somebody
you go.
that is.
Balls in love quick.
Yes.
I love you, baby. What do you need? What do you want? You want to go to the store? You want what you need? You want some food? You want me to do your laundry? You want
But
what,
that's
what
like
you want for
that's
dinner?
a turn off too.
A Tinder dick.
When someone's too needy, I'm like,
That's what I say.
you gotta-
Just like somebody that's too sweet. Who is that? Artemis?
Back to the fucking.
That's not his name.
No. He was a cool dude.
oh my god, we're still in the shit.
I was talking about your phone going on.
It was my goddaughter. It's her prom.
Simmer down. I'm
Look how
teasing.
beautiful she is.
Oh, that is what's up.
She's beautiful. Look, Paul, you're not even looking.
But no,
She
that's just me. I'm like Paul said, if I'm feeling you, you're going to know. It is going. You will not have to guess. You won't have
I'll have to
to
doubt it.
at all because I'm gonna want to see you more often. I'm like, what are you doing?
But
Hey,
there's
let's
not a
spend
lot
time
of
with each other.
guys like you. There are guys out there, I guess, Tinder dicks, or maybe not a Tinder dick, that play the field still with a woman. And that's what makes a woman ask, so what are we?
Right.
Because it hasn't been clear.
But see, that's the thing, though. That is the reason why I'm a firm believer in being upfront, straight up off the rip. That way, you have that choice. If okay, I do want to spend time with him, I do want to share companionship with it. I know it's not going to go further than that. But I mean, that's the whole purpose of my approach. I refuse to sit up and tell you, you know what? Let's try and make something work. I'm feeling you. Let's do this, but I'm still playing the field.
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. So I'm gonna let it be known that look, I'm not ready. We can spend time with each other. We can kick it. Now, if you want to have sex, that's on you. Because I can still be friends with you and not sleep with you. I can spend time with you, have movie night, so on and so forth. No problem. Now, when you make the first move to want to have sex, you're making that choice as an adult. But I'm not going to lead you astray. I refuse to set a woman up for failure in life. That's just me.
And that's one thing niggas need to quit doing. Niggas need to quit fucking plugging every goddamn thing that just comes their way. Like, stop. Just quit. Man.
Yeah.
Because I'm right there with you. I have way more female friends that I have not slept with.
Yeah.
Haven't tried to. None of that. I mean,
It's the same with
it's
me
that's not hard to
and my
me.
guy friends or strays.
No, that does not count. No, that is not the same. A guy friend is not technically a stray.
I said or.
Oh, or
Yeah.
stray.
My guy friends
Or
or strays.
Gotcha.
I have a question before we wrap up. What is the first thought that comes to mind if a girl says that she only has male friends and she doesn't get along with women? What's your first thought?
Why are you a bitch? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of women out there that like drama and who are tacky, and sometimes it's hard. But at the end of the day, when you're a logical, sane person and you build true friendships, you can have relationships. I want female friends.
Right.
Like, I would, like, shoot myself if I only had guy friends.
Understandable. But sometimes a part of me feel like that. Women that only have guy friends, they just enjoy the attention that comes from that.
That would be my answer.
Right.
That would be my first thought, is that they like the attention that comes from having male friends.
Well, that, and they are insecure within themselves, so if they have another female friend that might get that attention over them, they're not going to like that.
That is a very, very big possibility.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm not like that, though. I'm like, girl, go get it. Go get it, girl.
You truly know.
Go get it. There's plenty of dick out there. You go get it.
I believe you, too. I believe you.
I just don't, I feel like if it's meant to be for you, then it will be. There's no need to compete within each other. Yeah. Like, there's too many women that tear each other's crowns down. Like, at the end of the day, I want everybody to succeed. If she's not going to succeed, then what, as a friend, did I do for her? If I'm going to let her be in the gutter and not tell her, girl, you need to get your ass out of this damn gutter and do something with yourself, what kind of friend am I? Like, truly, what kind of friend am I? Because I would want, if someone saw me down and out and going through a divorce and I've just let myself go, I want her to be like, bitch, you better slap out of it. You need to come on, because that's someone who's invested in your life and who wants the best for you is going to say that to you.
Right.
Yeah. And she does.
All the time.
All the time.
That's
and I'm pretty sure
because I don't want no fucking yes
Working
man
on it.
around
in
me.
your own way.
I do not want no yes man around
It's
me.
it's much more tender than the way she says it, but yes.
I always want, if I'm fucking up, I can expect him to be in my ear. Yo, you fucking up.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
That's like true friendship.
And
like
the same
that's
even in a relationship. If I'm calling the vent to her and I'm like, this motherfucker, and she's like, well, bitch. Like, okay. I would do the same to her as
and there's a lot of people that won't.
No, that don't. But as you know, Starlin, I am a very transparent person.
Yes.
I call it how I see it at all times. I'm like that at work. I'm like that in my personal life. I never change who I am. I'm very authentic. I'm very genuine to what I say, and I'm very prideful in what I say. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it for somebody, because if you can't take me raw, then you're not going to take me at all. And we just need to keep it moving, because we're not going to vibe well.
So you like it raw. That's what you're saying.
I do like it raw. Gotta make sure I check the papers first, but I do like it raw.
You ain't got no damn sense, child.
Would you expect any less?
That is true. That is very true. Very much so.
Well, this has been fun.
It has.
It has. Do we miss anything?
I don't think so. I think we touched on everything.
Just about. Yeah.
This has been the best podcast you've had.
Mainly
That's
because thank
savvy.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Greatly.
Extra
appreciate
special
that.
guest, remember?
Yes.
Extra.
Yes. We have special guests. Special ed.
I was like on the short bus.
Meet. Yes.
God, I don't even know how we stay friends, because you're such a fucking hater.
But yeah, you still keep
True
coming
caller.
back.
Yeah.
You say this and you keep coming back.
I don't know what it is.
That's a woman thing.
Yes.
Y'all get treated any kind of way and y'all still come back. I don't know what it is.
Bounce back. Very resilient. What? That is a good trait to have.
Yeah, my bounce back game is strong, but the only reason why I keep coming back to you is because you're not a complete asshole. That's just who you are.
Yeah, see?
It's all out of love.
That's it. I'm glad you can.
Yeah, it's all out of love.
Glad you
I
understand.
don't even take it personally.
Yes,
I
you
just
do.
be like,
Don't lie.
bye, Felicia. I'm
Don't
not
lie.
with you.
Don't.
I'm going to bye. I'm done talking to you.
The game is cold. That's all I got.
That's all I got too. Oh, one more thing. Your pick. Canelo, Danny Jacobs. Who you got?
I'm gonna make people mad. I'm gonna go with Danny Jacobs.
I wouldn't be mad if he won, but they're fighting in Vegas. If it goes to the scorecards, they're not going against Canelo. So
Not at all.
and it'll be the fight will already be over by the time y'all hear this. But
I'm going for
that's
that.
what I'm going for.
Danny Jacobs. Cinco de Mayo's tomorrow. They ain't gonna let Canelo win. Lose.
Nah, he would have to knock him out.
Yeah.
If it goes to the cards, he's gonna lose.
There you have it.
And we're just like, wait a minute.
Like, what the fuck?
Saying, I felt all the women just drying up. When we went to sports.
Like, you couldn't have waited for this call after we get into this.
No,
Get it on the
because
record.
we're not talking again until next week. What's the point in that?
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
That's all I got. Y'all want to leave the people with some words of advice before we go?
That's you, boo.
I'm not the person
She
to
was like-
leave
she
words
just
of
got
advice.
shell-shocked again.
Right, she was like, oh, dear God.
Kiss your wives. That's my advice.
There you
Because
go.
I'm still thinking
Oh.
about that man who won't kiss his wife, and I just don't understand
And suck her
it.
titties.
I just
Titty.
Yes.
And give her
Kiss-
foreplay.
kiss a
Good,
wife,
yes.
suck a titty.
Give her
I'm
foreplay.
There you go.
gonna make a
There you
t-shirt.
go.
That would work
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly.
to a certain extent.
Be good to people.
We need to get Cece on here.
I'm gonna work on
Work
it.
on it.
I'm gonna work on it.
I
see if she
need
wanna show
that
up.
in my life.
I'm
Tell her to
going
bring that dingleberry with that tender
Dog,
dick
because you know
with
we
her.
gonna spend the whole time roasting.
Oh, I know. That's why I wanted him. That is why I want him here. That's gonna be a 3-hour
She won't
episode.
do it. She won't do
That'll
it
be a
if she
3-hour
knows.
episode of me just talking shit
Because
about
then
this.
he's gonna know that his business is out there.
That's his own fucking problem.
She ain't gonna.
If he
do
would
it.
suck a titty, then he wouldn't
Thank
be there.
you.
There you go.
Shit.
There you go. Just ain't
Good
happening.
luck.
I give him my best shot.
Good luck.
Let's work on that. As always, it's the bad guy P Mac.
It's your boy, the Walking Holiday He-Man, with our special guest.
Haley.
And
The one and only Heather.
Talk about it. Talk about it. That is episode 23. We will see y'all next week. And a reminder, have your asses in Austin in 2 weeks. That means
There you
y'all
go.
too.
I'll think
We'll be
about
there.
it.
No, we'll be there.
I'll think about it.
I got it.
you got it? All right.
I'm on top of it.
We
Girl,
go.
she's not persuasive.
Peace. She's not what?
She's not persuasive.
She could do this. I have faith in Haley's comment.
I
Okay,
am
but this has been driving
so
me crazy the
persuasive.
whole time.
You can do it.
Can I pull this?
I can do it.
Pull it out. It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt. He's like
He's like, what?